Right, so basically this is my first go at DIY CO2 reactor. It's worked. It's on top of my tank at the moment just while I test it. I wanted to get an idea of the bubble count obviously before putting it in my tank, because too much bubbles equals too much CO2, which is poisonous to fish. So here I've got a 2 litre bottle. I filled the bottle about halfway. I put 1 teaspoon of ordinary yeast, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then 400 grams of sugar. I put the baking powder and the sugar half filled with warm water out the tap. Put the baking powder and the sugar in there together, mix that up, and then I got yeast in a separate small tub, mixed it up, give that 10 minutes to activate in warm water, put the whole lot together, give it a good shake, and then left it. What I've done is I've drilled 1 hole in here. Excuse the tape, I didn't think it would seal, but it has. Under there is some silicone sealer, but I've taped it up as well in this way, and just put 1 hole in the big bottle. That tube then comes out of here, down into this bottle, to there. In the top here there's 2 holes, and as you can see it's been going about an hour, and there's my CO2. It's slightly slow, but it's just started coming through, and I'm quite happy with that actually for a first attempt. All I've got to do is wait for it to pressurise. I've got a check valve that I've siliconed into the hole at the top, and that's just to stop any water coming back down, because obviously this is going to be placed on the floor. Now I'm waiting. It's literally just this, about 5 minutes ago, just started to come out the end of that tube, which I'm happy with. It's a slow flow, to be honest. Yeah, it's about half as much as I'd like, so maybe it's a little bit more yeast next time. We'll give it a little bit longer to keep producing, see how it goes. That's in turn going to push the CO2 that's being produced by the yeast out of there, down and into the bottom of my tank. That's a temporary airflow at the back. That's curing a few problems that I had, but it's situated under here. Eventually, I'm going to move it around now I know it works. It's going to be under this sideways filter, which just fell over, or into the top valve, blowing it back out into the tank. But yeah, it's working. It cost me 17 pence for the bottle. That one was about 60 pence. The tubing, I think it was about £2–3 for the tubing. Like I say, the yeast was 99 pence, baking soda 99 pence, sugar 60 pence. You're looking under £5, and I've got, as you can see, a working CO2 reactor, producing small amounts of CO2, which I don't want a great deal to start with. I am going to disconnect that for the night time, because I don't need that in. This is just running as a test, and then tomorrow I'll leave that tube on. We'll have it connected up, have it producing, and see how it goes. But yeah, you can make yourself a DIY CO2 reactor for I'd say under £5, to be honest. I didn't exactly source the parts cheap. I mean, it's only yeast and a bit of tubing. I got some really good tubing actually from my local place in Wall's End called Roy and Sam's Pet Supplies. They're very good, but this stuff's unusually thick. It's very, very strong, so which I want, because obviously CO2 runs under a lot of pressure. I'm going to upgrade this to a proper system. This is more of an experiment while I'm waiting on other parts and things arriving. Yep, that's about it really. Thanks for watching.